Hello artists, it's time for watercolor project number 5. We're going to make some flowers today and we can make it on a card that could be used for Mother's Day or a birthday or just I'm thinking of you today card. If you clean off the cover of your watercolor dish, you're going to be able to use that for color mixing. Sometimes it gets a little messed up from your paints, but just take a wet paper towel and clean it off and it'll make a good surface for mixing colors. I'm going to fold my watercolor paper in half today because I want it to be a card. We're going to be working wet on dry today, so our paper is going to stay dry. We're going to put down 3 little dots of color where we want the flower to be, and then with a clean wet brush we're going to spread that color for the petals. So to start out, I'm just mixing the color that I want to use for my first flower. So once I have that color ready, I'm just going to go dot and another dot and a third dot on the spot where I want my flower to be. We're going to always dip into the dirty water first and then the clean water, and using clean water just make a petal shape and then bump your brush into that dot of paint and let the paint fill in your petal shape. So just remember to always go clean your brush in the dirty water, go to the clean, look at me, I went into the clean water, whoops. Dirty water first, then clean water, then make your shape of your petal. Oh, I remembered that time. Once you have those first 3 petals done, put some more dots in the areas in between, being careful not to touch your first petals. And then you'll do the same thing. Clean your brush off in the dirty water, get some clean water on it, make a new petal shape, bump it into that new dot, and then create that shape of your petal. Try to keep a little space between petals if you can, and then you will get that separation to show the different petals of your flower. If you accidentally bump into one of the other petals, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. It just will look beautiful too. How you use the technique is really up to you. You could fill a card with lots and lots of flowers. You could have 2 flowers, 3 flowers. They could be all different kinds of colors, or you could stick with the same color flower over and over. It's totally up to you. Centers too, you'll see right now I'm going to put in a few dots of a darker color in the center of the flower. It's optional, the flower is pretty without it, but if you want a little bit of a dark center to your flower, you can do that. Put it little drops in the middle and then just let it naturally spread into the petals. Here's a little closer up view of my paper, and you can see it's just kind of a loose, flowy watercolor flower. It doesn't have to be perfect or realistic. It's just pretty with the look of a flower. So you can see it's a kind of a simple technique with some pretty results. I did one card horizontal, one card vertical. Turned out cute. I hope yours do too. Bye.